Hi friends, Andy Vegan. I make a salad today, an easy one, and a classical combination is the base. That's what I like to make it easy. I have a classical combo like lettuce. Here I have some leaves. This is the main ingredient. I want to make a salad. I want to use this. That was my idea for today. And I had an idea about my dressing. And usually you make a dressing first. Yeah. Now I cut my ingredients already, but usually you make the dressing first and then you go to the ingredients, because as soon as you cut the ingredients, especially fresh, like lettuce, it's I mean, if there's any food, any ingredient, any plant that has fresh on its forehead, fresh, that is lettuce. The beauty of lettuce is all in its freshness. And I don't know if there is any other food that is so about freshness, because once it wilts, you can't eat it anymore. An apple, it's wilted a little bit, you can still eat it. It's not the perfect, of course. But with the lettuce, and that is a little wilty, it's even disgusting. It's really, the more delicious, the fresher it is right from the field. Nothing is more important in any food than lettuce to be fresh. Of course, we have a compromise when we don't have a garden. We all compromise, most of us, I guess, and go to the groceries and get the salad, lettuce. I come to that in a moment. But first I make, because the freshness is most important for lettuce, I make the dressing first. And I make a very nice dressing today. It reminds me of one of my aunties. She had lettuce. That was something she always made with all kinds of food, so I love the lettuce. And she made a very easy dressing with it. Cream. Yeah? And cream, that to me, of course, is cashew nuts. A plant-based cream, of course. And here I have half a cup of cashew nuts. Put them into a blender. And I have a small half lemon. That goes also into the cream. It's not a pure cream. It's a little bit seasoned. But a very little bit. The main part is really the cream. And I have a little bit to balance the lemon, I have some dates here. Lemon has a strong flavor and it shouldn't be overwhelming, so I put some dates in there. Dates are not very sweet. If you have another sweetener like agave or so, you take a little bit less, half of the quantity. With the dates, 3 small dates without the pits, of course. That should do it. And I have a small amount of pepper and salt, half a teaspoon each. And you see this is Himalayan salt, that's my preferred salt. It has a lot of minerals in there. And here I have also black pepper corns. With a power blender, you can take the corns right into the salad, into this blender, and they will better than ground. Otherwise, if you don't have a power blender, you just put some ground pepper in there. Same thing. And some water, of course. I begin with half a cup or maybe a cup, and then the blender dance. The cashews have not been soaked. The dates, they are a little bit dry, as dates are. So I will make a short first blending, like this. And then now the ingredients are broken down and they will soak pretty fast. I'll make a second blending later, after the soaking. First I taste it now to have a chance to make a little some changes here. I'll tweak a little bit. Let's taste it. That's almost the flavor I remember from my auntie. Even better, of course, with the cashew nuts. So good. For cream, I think there's hardly anything better than cashews. Yeah, they are such a wonderful flavor. I prefer, of course, the plant-based flavors. They are such a variety. It opens my taste buds, it seems. Since I've been vegan for 30 years now, and it really, the whole variety of foods I get to know right now, I had no idea before. It changed everything. So that I wait now for a while I prepare my salad. And I showed you already the lettuce, and that's the main ingredient. And you know, as I said, the lettuce is so important to be fresh. We all compromise mostly. We go to the grocery and get a lettuce. That's already not the perfect way to have lettuce, but it is still okay. And you can keep that lettuce for a week in the refrigerator if you do it the right way. You pick the leaves, leaf by leaf, from the head of the lettuce, wash them, put them in a salad spinner and dry them a little bit. And then you put the leaves, prepared as they are, ready to use, into the vegetable case of the refrigerator. That's a big case, usually below. And it will keep for a week. When the whole case is full of leaves, it keeps for a week. And you can take out a leaf every day, or 2 or 3, and quickly prepare a salad. Yeah, with a pre-made dressing, then you need no more than 5 minutes to make a salad. And the salad is so important in my food. It's one of the most important things. Greens are the healthiest food, and I enjoy my salad or so vegetable dish every day if I can, most of the time. And here I have these leaves, like a play of cards, like a hand of cards, like together. They're all together here, cleansed, dried. And now I just tear them apart, because lettuce is a tender leafy green. That's a typical tender leafy green. That's what we call it. And they are very sensitive. You put the dressing on top that is too firm or too early, it's already gone. You can't enjoy anymore. Yeah? You have to have a dressing that is light. It doesn't mash the tender leafy greens, and that would make them not to enjoy anymore. They have to have this crunchiness, this freshness. That's what they have to be really a wonderful salad. Many people don't like salad, I think maybe because they don't know how to make it. You have to have a little bit of skill, because it's a very sensitive thing, these leaves, you know. For example, how that I tear them apart with my hands is a part of this care, because a knife would not even be appropriate for these salads. Yeah, you look what I have here. These leaves, as they are right now, they are bite-sized, and they are the perfect shape. It's a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's only half a head. Yeah. I can take another one tomorrow, another one of these bowls, and make a nice salad together again. So the classic combination I talked about are now onions and tomatoes. That's really a classic for lettuce, for green lettuce. Yeah, I have this, you see the beautiful onion. I found them here, these tomatoes. Found them here. There are some heirloom. They are cherry tomatoes, but in, you know, these kind of colors. I quartered them, and they're so beautiful. They have wonderful flavor. Yeah, more fruity, not so strong. The yellow ones, they taste like fruit, a little bit lemony. Really, the yellow ones, yeah, you have to try. They're all different here, all from the same package. Yellow ones, they have a little bit of lemony, fruity flavor. It's very nice. These guys, I'm happy to find them a little bit more expensive, but with tomatoes, it's a very difficult story. Sometimes you don't get the nice tomatoes. It's not so easy to find, because they often taste like water. So in summertime it's easier. In winter or in spring, not yet, but then I take the cup tomatoes here, the cherry tomatoes. Usually they have a considerable quality, I can take them. But nothing can replace tomatoes in the kitchen. They are really one of the unique fruits or vegetables that you want. And I have a red onion here. At the half red onion, I cut it into small, thin slices here. You see, half the onion, cut it into slices, and then I can easily put these slices into ringlets. Yeah, just breaking them a little apart. I don't need much violence here, or any violence here. They fall apart by themselves. But it's nice to have these thin ringlets from the slices, because when the onions, when they are soaking in the dressing, and they're very thin, the onions, then they are not as hot anymore, because the hot flavor of the onion that leaks into the dressing and flavors the dressing. So that's very nice, seasons the dressing. So that's why I like these onions, and the red onions, also the red ones here, the red onion, they are even not as hot as the yellow ones. The yellow ones are very hot, and the red ones, they are not as crunchy. The yellow ones are crunchy. These are more chewy and not as hot. They're also hot, but if you have a yellow one, you can maybe take less, maybe a quarter of an onion or so. The red ones here, they're more like a vegetable. So, and then the topping, I have three main ingredients, and this is a classic. For the topping, you could take anything you want, olives maybe, yeah, or nuts. You might even want to take an apple in slices, but I take parsley today. That was something my auntie always took. They had these green herbs from the garden that she had. She had also lettuce in the garden, by the way. She had a wonderful garden there. I liked it. Otherwise, we always had fresh onions, fresh salads, lettuces. It was amazing. And you know, when you have wonderful fresh salad, you can make it very easy with the dressing. So the cream doesn't add a lot. Makes it really nice for these lettuces. And you have this wonderful green leaf, yeah, with a little bit of cream there, and it's really divine. It's so easy to make. So the parsley is something very nice. It's a very strong ingredient. It's very powerful. It cleanses the body. It's a very high in nutrients, and that is, of course, for a salad. Yeah, for a green salad, some herbs, fresh herbs, are wonderful always in addition. And I'll go back to my cream. I want to perfect it now, complete it. Yeah, it's okay. I'll put a little bit. There are some things have been running up the sides. I push that down and do my final blending, my second blending, to get all the parts, all the ingredients all together. Now I will make it, give it the final touch. Yeah, taste was perfect. Now it just needs to be more creamy, and then it breaks down completely, gets smooth, and then the dressing is ready. So one more blender dance. Should do it. I will taste it, of course. Looks very, now it looks really as it should. Yeah. Should taste even better now. Perfect. It reminds me completely of my auntie. The little salt and sugary. Yeah, the salt and the sugary here together with the lemon and the sugar and the salt. This is really characteristic. I remember that flavor. So nice. Here. And then I just pour it over the salad. You see beautiful, the green, the red, the white. Yeah. I don't need that much of a dressing here. I said before, lettuce leaves, they are tender. It doesn't need that much of lettuce. And before I will toss it now, I will cleanse my kitchen a little bit, take a photo, and then I'll toss it and read it and eat it. Because if I toss it now, yeah, with my salad forks and knives, if I do that now, the silverware, then it will be wilty when I eat it. Because once you toss the green, tender leafy greens in the salad, you should eat it right away. You should bring that to the table, if friends are there, or for yourself only, doesn't matter. You bring that to the table without tossing it. The dressing can be on top, but once you want to eat it, you bring it to the table with the dressing, and then before you put it on the plates, then you toss it. Otherwise, it may turn into something not so nice in 10 minutes or so. Yeah. You should do it right away. Time is critical here with these tender leafy greens. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like, subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.